from Viking Stitches again. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to it for the first time if you're new. Welcome back if you're returning, which I'm very grateful for if people actually feel like coming back and watching me. Sorry I haven't filmed. I'm late again filming. This time of year is just mental. Obviously Christmas time, which, you know, loads of people deal with, and then we did not plan our children very well. So my son's birthday is towards the end of November and my daughter is early December. So we have all of that in one go, and it's a bit mental. But I have done some stitching, mainly on one project that is actually a new start. So yes, in one of my cross-stitch game groups, the Fandom Stitching Central, the November monthly challenge was a color challenge. So we had to stitch either the thread in the color or the fabric in the color. Fabric color obviously makes it easier because then you don't have to stick to one color of thread. I didn't really have the opportunity to work on anything that was, oh no, there was, well, actually two projects, scratch that, but the main project I worked on, that was the new start. So I will stick the full finished project up here. So that's what it's going to look like. As you can see, it's a Lord of the Rings piece. I bought this as a set of 3, so this is the Mordor one. As you can see, lots of red, which was why I chose it, because one of the prompts was stitch 2,000 stitches in red. So I thought that would be the perfect piece, although there wasn't as much red as I thought there was going to be. There's a lot of like browns and purples and stuff, so I ended up using that that piece as well for purple and brown. And I will show you that in a little bit. So yes, there are 2 other pieces that go with this set. So there's a Rivendell one, I'll put that up here, and then a Shire one, which is this one. They're all really, really cool pieces that I'm really excited. I've got the thread for all of them, which is why I was able to start this up with sort of short notice, and I managed to dig up some fabric from my stash. But yes, without further ado, let's bring it out. So I did 2,900 stitches on this piece in November. And here it is. So I've got a fair bit done. But it is very kind of bitty all over the place. You know, you don't really get any like just rows of the same color. It goes kind of like back and forth, but I think that's what gives it its really nice shading. So yeah, I really enjoyed this last month's prompt. That was really fun, and it really sort of prompted me to work on this one. What else have I done? I've restarted Midna. I don't think I had restarted her last time. I've restarted her a little bit. Maybe I did, maybe I'm lying. Oh well, you'll get to see her again. So here's Midna. I worked on her towards the end of October, because I think I started this right after I filmed the last episode. So there's not a lot. I think this is 400 stitches. I've started, in order to play some of the games I'm playing, I've started just doing like batches of stitches. So I'll do 100 stitches, and I'll stop, take a picture, sort of record what it is I've done. I've got another app, which I can't remember what it's called now. I'll stick the name up here somewhere. But I'm actually finding it really useful because I can upload a picture and how many stitches, and it's like optional. You can add like how many stitches, how long it took and when you did it and that sort of thing. What else have I done? I don't think this is going to be a very long video because, like I said, I mostly worked on the mortar piece. What else have I done? So I finished my Texas landscape, which is by Abby Sue Designs. I don't have it at the moment because it's in my freezer. I stuck it in right before I started filming and then realized I should have waited until I filmed this, but it's too late now, it's in the freezer. Because I'm trying to get out, there's like a line in the Ada, which I haven't been able to get out because I washed it like gently with like lukewarm water and soap, and then ironed it like upside down with like a kitchen towel, a wet kitchen towel on top, and that didn't work. Like, it got all of the other sort of like smaller wrinkles out, but this, I think probably the fabric was folded when I bought it. And yeah, it's just kind of stuck in there. So someone in my local stitchy group recommended stick it in the freezer, get it wet again, roll it up, stick it in the freezer. So we're going to try that, see how it works out. I will, it depends on when I actually upload this, because I'm filming this on Sunday evening, well, late afternoon, which is the 3rd, yeah. Sunday the 3rd, but we'll see when I actually manage to upload this because things are mental at the moment. So yeah, if I manage to get it framed, because I'm trying to frame it myself because it's a present for my dad, if I manage to get it framed, then I will try and stick a picture up here, but if not, then I haven't managed to frame it in time before I uploaded this. So if it doesn't show up there, that's why. I'll try and stick a picture in next video, which hopefully I will manage to do on time this time. I've also worked on, I've mentioned before, I have a pattern that's like my son's name, and it has like construction vehicles sort of dotted along, but because it's mainly just his name, like the bulk of the piece is his name, so I don't really want to show that online, but I did work on that, and that counted toward the white prompt for that group. And then what have I been doing? I haven't started Aurora. She's so beautiful. I mentioned in my last video that I was converting it in WinStitch. I just used the free version, and that allows me to export it as an .oxs file, and Cross Stitch Saga will accept that. Hang on. Sorry, my son came looking for me. Yeah, so yes, I'm trying to convert this in WinStitch so that I can upload it to the Cross Stitch Saga app, because I find that makes life much easier. I had started it, and I'd gotten probably at least a third of the way, if not closer to halfway through entering it into WinStitch, and I don't know what happened. The file disappeared. It just wasn't there anymore, and I was devastated. I was so upset with it. I tried to figure out, I looked in like the rubbish bin on the desktop and everything. I looked in whatever area I could think of, and it just wasn't there anymore. I don't know what the bleep happened. So I had to restart, which was very frustrating, but I've been powering through lately because I really want to get this converted before we go to Iceland for Christmas, which is in just under 2 weeks' time now. So I've done all the background, which is all in like half stitch, and I've started filling in her and the bear. So I've done, like, I've been filling in, like, I finished the background like yesterday. I haven't done, like, because some of this is in like full cross, so I did kind of all the half crosses first. So I've done almost all of the bear behind here, and I've done a good portion of the top bit of the bear, and then I've done a few color, because I basically just pick a color and then fill it all in, which is not how I stitch, which is funny. I've done most of her hair and face, I've done most of this arm, and I've done like maybe a third of mostly sort of the dark blue that's kind of comes down back here. But yeah, I'd really like to get that done so I can take it with me. That would be very nice. So what do I have left? Oh yes, so new month, new challenges in my games. In the Fandom Stitching Central, we're doing, there's kind of 2 challenges for the monthly. So it's either stitch on one project for 12 days or 12 different projects over 12 days, although I'm a bit confused about the rules with that one. But yeah, or if you do both and you get extra points for that. So I'm going to try to do both. We'll see what happens. And the other big group that I'm working on is the Harry Potter cross-stitch game group, and for their monthly they're doing an, I think it's called an acrostic. So, you know, they've done Hogwarts School as the words, and for every letter you have to think of something starting with the same letter. And you don't have to actually stitch on that bit, it just has to be in the pattern. So for example, house, Hogwarts, this first H in Hogwarts, I've done house because I have this one. So there's obviously a house in there. So I've started that, and you need to do 300 stitches per letter. So I've done 100 stitches on that for this month. Just made a start. There you go. That's what 100 stitches looks like. It's not a lot, but we started. And I managed to, because this was a kit that my dad got me for Christmas last year. It comes with a paper pattern. They don't have a PDF. I tried emailing them, asking if they do a PDF. They don't do it, which is a bit annoying. But I managed to get the PDF scanned at my local library and uploaded it into markup, which was a bit, like, it wasn't easy. The only thing I will say is I do think their customer service is fantastic, because James, who I think is the owner, helped me out with questions, and he ended up, I ended up sending the file to him because I couldn't get some stuff to work out. He had a look at it, fixed it all up, sent it back to me, and it works perfect. So yeah, I'm really, really impressed with that. It's obviously, as we've mentioned before, markup only does full crosses, so I'll only be using it for the full crosses. When I get around to doing the back stitch, I'll have to do it off the paper piece, but that's fine. I mean, nothing's perfect, but yeah. So I've done that, and then some of the other ones that I have that I've set up, so I'm either gonna use Midna or Aurora for some of the acrostic, because like the G in Hogwarts, I thought could be gown. A, I think, was adornments, so like the jewelry. That could either be on Midna or Aurora. There was another H, so I did hair, so that could also be Aurora Midna. And then I'm wanting to do some of the I wanted to do some more little Christmas projects. So A is Cricut collection mittens. I've got a bunch of them, so I want to start making some. So I think I've got, I think it's called the S'mores cup. I don't know if I have the full, I think I might just have the like actual pattern, so I don't know if I can show that one. If I can find a picture of it, I'll stick it up here. Actually, I can probably find a picture of it somewhere online, even though I don't have it personally. So I was going to do the s'mores mitten, I'm going to do Santa, and the cookie jar. I haven't started on any of those, but I've got it all kitted out. And then I also wanted to do the Brooks Books Advent Animals, so I've got 3 of those kitted out. Right, sorry about that. This time my husband came looking for me, so it's a few hours later. I'm going to try and finish this video now. In the meantime, I've gone and found my husband's iPad and used that to look up pictures. So I have some photos of the cross-eyed Cricut mittens. Some of these mittens, like, I've seen people make them into actual mittens, which is what I'd like to do, but some people just kind of style it out, which you can see in some of these pictures. So the first one I want to do is cookie jar. You can't really see it very well there, but it does say cookies there. So yeah, there's one. I said s'mores earlier, it wasn't the s'mores mitten, although I do have that pattern. It's the cup of hot cocoa mitten that I do have. So yes, I've got that one kitted out. And so we've got pictures of several, but it's this one, the Santa mitten. So I've got that kitted out as well. So I've got those three. So I'd like to work on those over Christmas. And then, like I was about to say, the Brooks Books Advent Animals, which are freebies. If you Google Brooks Books, they are on her page. So the ones I would like to do, one that I have kitted out is Duncan Dog. It's number 4 there. And Mary Mouse, like that. And last one, and Katie Kitty. There we go. So those are the little ones, little projects that I want to work on over Christmas and leading up to Christmas and watching Christmas movies. And I've also got the big cottage one that I showed you earlier. So yeah, that's I think about it. As I mentioned, I'm going to be going to Iceland soon. We'll be spending Christmas in Iceland this year, which will be quite nice. I'm very excited. But yeah, so I'll have a fair bit of time to stitch then, I think. So that should be quite nice. I want to get in because like the Advent Animals one is 25 pieces, and although they're small ones, there's still 25 of them. And so I'd really like to make some progress on that. And the mittens as well, there's quite a few of them. So I want to make a good start on those this year. And I might do like Christmas in July or something and try and get a few knocked out then as well. And then of course I need to actually like finish them. Like I've seen some pictures on like Instagram and stuff. Like I might put a picture here of what I've seen where people make them into like little cushions where you can hang them up, which I think I'd like to do. I actually I saw these when I was watching Stitching Moon, who has had her baby now, I believe, which is very exciting. But yeah, she was working on those, I think, last year. So I saw those and I thought they were very cute. So I decided that I wanted to do them as well. Far too many patterns and way too little time to do all the stitching I want to do. But yes, that's about it, I think. I was thinking I might do a for my next video, I might do maybe like a whip parade / pattern parade / whatever I've got, and have that as my sort of end of year video. I think I'll try and film that before we leave for Iceland, and then I can have some time to edit and stuff once we're there. What else am I thinking of? I'm thinking of doing WhipGo next year. I'm not entirely sure whether I want to do it, but in that case I need to get my WhipGo board up and running. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. We'll see. But yes, I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. I really need to do, I see people doing like, they've got like notes on what they're going to try. I really need to start doing that. Because I feel like every time I do this, I'm like, oh, I don't have that much to talk about. I'll just wing it and talk. But then I swear every time, like 10 minutes after I've stopped, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I was going to talk about this. Or like the next day, I'm like, oh, I was going to talk about this other thing. Yeah. And then it never happens. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for listening. It was, I think it was a bit shorter than normal, but still longer than I thought it was going to be. So, and yeah, hopefully I will manage to sort out a video for the end of the year. But if not, just Merry Christmas to everyone. Have a Happy New Year, and see you all. Bye.